What is up, everybody? Welcome to our Living with a Newborn Q&A. It's me, myself, Logan, my beautiful wife, Morgan.
Hi guys.
And we are here to answer some of the questions you guys asked us via Instagram. So let's dive right in.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions, so we went through some of them, and we're going to answer as many as we can for you guys. Okay, what is the best part of being a new parent?
For me, I think it's just the small rewards you get every day. Like, just now, I'm sure you feel pretty rewarded.
Yes.
I was out mowing the lawn and kind of taking care of that, and Morgan was in here trying to get him to go down to sleep, and he finally did. And every time you do something like that, you feel rewarded. So I would say that for me, that's my favorite part.
I think so too. I just think, I don't know if I can narrow it down to the best part. I think what Logan said is true, but I love everything about being a mom. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom, so I love all of it. I don't know, but that is really rewarding when you finally get him happy, asleep, fed. It's all rewarding.
Yeah, just solving problems like that.
Yeah.
And watching him grow. It's
fun. He's like already changing so much, so that's really fun. That's a good one. What's the hardest part?
You start with this one. What do you think the hardest part is?
I think the hardest part is time management now. Being in quarantine, obviously we don't go to too many places, but when we do, it's like we have a whole nother person to get ready, and he all of a sudden will need fed or changed, or I don't know, it takes a lot more time to get him ready and sit down and feed him, make sure he's good to go. So probably like time management has been the biggest like adjustment and probably hardest part. And I mean, you get used to the no sleep, but I would say that one's my number one.
Yeah, I'd like to second that, just playing off what you said. Me and Morgan are typically the type of people that if we were supposed to be somewhere at 5 o'clock, we're usually there around 5:10.
He adds on like 10 more minutes.
Yeah,
to that.
and it's something that's hard to prepare for. Like just the other day, we were going over to my parents for dinner, and we gave ourselves a lot of time. Well, we added time to get ready because we had to take care of the baby, and it's like during changing his diaper, things don't always go to plan. He started peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
So now it wasn't just change his diaper and go. It was change his diaper, clean him up, new outfit, clean up the pee, and just like that, we're another 15 minutes late. So preparing for the unexpected, I would say, is the hardest part.
True. What's something that we wish we knew before having him? Is there anything you wish you knew?
No, me and Morgan are the type of people that we did a lot of research leading up to it, especially a lot towards the third trimester, watching a lot of things that could go wrong, things to be prepared for, stuff like that. I'd say the biggest thing is just being prepared and listening to your baby and trying to understand his needs.
I would say something I wish I knew is it's not going to be as stressful and hard as you think most of the time. Really, newborns sleep a lot, they eat a lot. I mean, I feel like life hasn't changed drastically for us.
No.
And when I was pregnant, I always said that our lives are about to change so much. And it did, but really it's not anything too crazy. That's what I wish I knew, is don't stress about it. Like, it's going to be easier than you think, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. How is Beckham's temperament so far? He is a really good baby, but what I'm noticing already is he is going to be very strong-willed and hard-headed like his mom and dad.
He said mom and dad.
His mom and dad. But he's really such a good baby, and he's so much fun. But I've noticed that during nap time, he's having a harder time. He's very
stubborn.
He's stubborn and particular of what he wants, and it has to be that way or else it's not going to happen. But I mean, besides that, he's so little that we're kind of noticing something new in him every day. But I would say he's gonna be such a good boy, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's such a good boy.
He's only a month and some change old right now, and he's developing and changing every day. So temperament right now is pretty chill.
Yeah.
Besides
he's a
the
newborn.
whole, he gets a little stubborn when it's nap time. Everything has to be just right. And then when you do lay him down, you need to give him time to get into that deep sleep.
Yeah.
But besides that, yeah, he's great.
He's calm, good boy. So why the name Beckham? How did we come up with Beckham? When we were in high school dating, we were so in love and talking about what we were going to name our future kids. And Logan said he really liked the name Beckham for a boy. And at first I didn't love it. I really didn't like it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't like it at first. I was like, I don't know, like it's it was kind of uncommon back then, and now it's becoming a lot more popular.
And keep in mind, this was like 6 years ago.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, maybe
like when we
7.
were, yeah, like 7-ish years ago, but it's kind of stuck since then. And it's funny, in one of my journals I have it written down. I have the name Beckham. It just kind of stuck, and we really liked it. And then when it came time to naming him, we liked Beckham without the H. We just liked the look of it better, and it was just unique. So, and then McKay, his middle name for Logan McKay, was Beckham McKay Butler.
Also really big soccer fans.
No, we're not. So there was a lot about his sleep schedule, so we'll just kind of combine it. But it was like, what is his sleep schedule like? Are you getting any sleep with the newborn? Who gets up with him? Do you take turns? All of that. So my thought on this was, I'm the only one who can feed Beckham, and so it's like, why should both of us have to get up? Once I get him out of his bassinet, change him, feed him, like changing him only takes a few minutes, and so it's like, why should you have to wake up too when I can do it in like 3 minutes, and then I can feed him, get him burped, and right back in bed. So he will still help Beckham like go to sleep and get into bed, but during the night I wake up, and he's doing a lot better now. The first few weeks he was awake every 3 hours. That was kind of rough. But lately he's been doing really good. He'll fall asleep like 10:30, 11-ish, and then he won't wake up again until like 6:30. So he's going in longer stretches now, which is helping a lot. And then he'll fall back to sleep after that until like 9:30. So that was our take on it, and it seems to work just fine. I don't mind that he is sleeping through the night. Like I said, he can't feed him, and I have to get up no matter what. So that's just kind of how we did it.
She kills it. She's being a great mom.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah, it works out really well.
Yeah.
If I had a pair of boobs, throw him on one.
If he could, he would.
Yeah. I wonder what my boobs would look like.
Pink and hairy.
Ew. Don't say that. That's gross.
So there was a lot of questions for me. How is recovery going for you? How are you feeling after having a C-section, postpartum, yada yada? I'm feeling really good. We're going on, I think, 6 weeks postpartum now. The first few weeks are rough, I'm not going to lie, but after like week 2, I started feeling back to 100% and started feeling like myself again. But I feel like I recovered really well, and I actually filmed like a whole video about my C-section experience and the whole postpartum recovery. I went into a lot of detail, and that video will be up after this one, so stay tuned for that because I'll go into a lot more detail. But I'm doing really good. Recovery has been going well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the scariest part was right when we got home. She kind of had a moment where it was hard to take in, where Beckham was crying and she couldn't. I don't know if you want to dive into that.
I did in the video, but breakdowns happen, and right when we got home, like the day we got home from the hospital, I did have a breakdown, and I think just that whole week Logan could tell that I wasn't feeling like myself.
And that was totally 100% normal and 100% fine. That first week, obviously her mom wanted to come over, not a ton of people, but just, one at a time, very close relatives. And I kind of took that on my shoulders to have things clean out here and let her recover. But I'm going to tell you right now, that being said, she recovered like a champion. Yeah. I think you were extremely strong and extremely blessed with your recovery time because she bounced right back.
Yeah.
And she is looking fine as hell.
Thanks, honey. And he was so much help. Like, he did everything around the house, made dinner every single night like he always does, and just helped so much. So it's good to have a good partner, but I did recover pretty quick. So that's good. Has having Beckham changed your view on how many kids you want in the future? How many kids do you want? How long are you going to wait before having another one? Wow. Jumping right in.
One at a time.
Here we go again.
I'm a big fan of one at a time. It's good to kind of like reach in the future and kind of decide how many. I think yours is 4. You think 4?
I want 4 kids.
It'd be fun to have 2 boys, 2 girls. We're not trying to be picky or selective. Like if we have all boys or if the rest of them are girls, whatever happens, happens. I could see us having that many. I just like to take it one at a time.
One at a time is good.
Let's have a little break. Let your body recuperate.
I agree.
And kind of get the hang of things so we can learn and get better as we go along. But I'm a big fan of multiple kids. I mean, I come from a family of 4 siblings. Yeah. And I come from a big family, and you come from a big family as well. So definitely probably more. He's not going to be an only child if we have anything to say about it.
Yeah, and I think having him doesn't change our minds about that whatsoever. He's such a good baby that I would not mind having 3 more. He's really fun and I love it so much. But I think we will wait. I would like our kids to be about 2 years apart. So
Yeah.
I think we maybe start like trying again on or a little after like his first birthday. So it'll be a while.
We'll do a lot of practice. Am I allowed to say that? Is this a kid's show? Kids show.
How has your marriage changed since having him? More or less arguments?
We absolutely despise each other. No, I'm just joking. I think, and this is advice too for all you new parents out there. It is a little overwhelming.
It is.
And, you can hold things in because you're so focused on providing care for your baby.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't communicate as much. And maybe you hold in more frustrations because you're focused on other things.
He's talking about you, moms. He's talking about me.
No,
it's true though.
In all seriousness, though, it is important to remember why you started your relationship. Remember why you just decided to have a baby, and that can happen. And from our personal experience, it might have happened a tiny bit where we held stuff in a little bit, and when it came out, it would usually turn into a small fight or something like that.
Like I said before, that first week is rough. You are so exhausted, your hormones are up and down, and like Logan said, it's overwhelming. And so there were some times when I was actually kind of maybe a little envious is the word, because he still got to go places. He still got to go to work even, he got to go to the grocery store and go be outside, and I was literally, but it's like when you sit in the house on the couch all day long, you don't get ready, like you have no makeup on, you really don't feel like yourself, and you have to be with your baby, of course, and it was really hard. And I think there were some times I had some really bad days, and he would get home and I would be mad at him for like no reason, and that would cause arguments. I'm usually not one to open up and talk until a little bit later about it. It does happen, and there were fights and there were arguments, but as time has gone on, I think it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And now that I'm feeling more like myself again, it's gotten better.
And that's a great tip for all you new fathers out there. If you can, just do activities together. If you can, get your wife out of the house with the kid.
Yes.
Go on walks.
Go outside. Yes.
Experience, especially this time of year. It's the spring. I feel like that helps a lot. We'll just put Beckham in his car seat, get them all bundled up, get the dogs. Go on a drive or go on a walk around the block. Because she is like, she just underwent a huge thing with her body. She had a child, and you don't want to be cooped up in your house all day. And maybe I kind of failed to recognize that right off the bat.
No, you did.
I did recognize that?
You recognized it, and we tried, but you get busy, and this whole quarantine makes it hard too,
100%.
So it's like...
Yeah, just get her out there. Get your family out there. Do activities, and feel normal again. Yeah, is the biggest thing.
But overall, it's so fun watching like your partner become a dad or a mom, whatever it is. But it's been really fun, and he's such a good dad. And so I think our relationship and marriage has maybe even like improved a little bit, seeing each other take on this new role. It's just fun, and it's like you fall kind of even more in love with that person because you're watching them care for our little person. So it's really fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. Oh, and Carly Stiles asks, how do you keep your romance lit? A really good one. A really good tip that has always worked for us is the quote, absence makes the heart grow fonder, or distance, absence, whatever it is. Yeah. Because he's actually gone on a work trip already. He was like gone for one weekend, and then he had a work trip for not even a week.
Yeah,
maybe
like
a week.
4 or 5 days.
So he had to leave for a little bit. But I feel like whenever he comes back, it's always like we are rekindled, or I don't know. It always feels better just to like realize what we have when we're separated, have some time to think, and then he comes home, and it just like feels new and fun and
we appreciate each other more. Because it's easy to start taking each other for granted. Yeah. And this might not apply for you guys, and this is kind of hard advice to give, because some of you husbands out there aren't just going to leave for a week. But that's for us, to answer the question personalized to us. Yeah, when I do have to leave, because I do have to leave quite a bit, especially certain parts of the season, to go on these work trips, and it makes us appreciate each other more.
Yeah. And just, you have to make the time. Like, take the time at night to watch a movie together.
Yes,
just
huge.
Go to lunch. Obviously not right now, but
Huge.
something like that. Any must-have baby items?
And this is my opinion. So, must-have baby items. There are a million zillion gadgets and gizmos out there that you can get for babies. You don't need all of them. Must needs that are given, obviously, diapers,
Just
wipes. And
essentials.
if you break that down too, like diapers, don't just stockpile one brand. Get a couple different brands.
Yeah, that's a good
small
point.
amounts of a couple different
Diapers,
brands.
Binkies.
Because you'll grow fonder of a certain brand, and then you kind of learn like
That's true.
like Huggies, Snugglers.
Sponsor us.
not affiliated, not sponsored, but that's our diaper.
We should be.
We should. Essentials. I mean,
They
we do have.
don't need a lot.
Like we do have things like the Mama-Roo, for example. It's a great thing to have, and like it may
And you'll
seem
get good
essential.
gifts like that.
Yeah,
like
but
gifts.
if you can't afford it, or if you don't get one for a gift, don't feel like you're a bad parent because you don't have one.
Yeah, I feel like everything you see on Instagram or like what all these YouTubers have, they have all this stuff and all the nicest things, and your baby does not need a lot. You don't even really have to have a nursery. That's kind of what like I was stressed about. Like I want to get it done, but it's like he really doesn't need a whole lot. You
Yeah.
know, get the basics and you'll be fine, I promise.
100%.
And then get some fun things along the way, but
Yeah.
I can't narrow down any must-have items besides the necessities.
I would
really.
say the necessities and maybe a small variety of the necessities, like a small variety of diapers, a small variety of
Clothes,
binkies, because he'll like a certain binky than other ones, and then like
Yeah.
a small variety of wipes and things like that. A nanny is a must-have. No.
Are you breastfeeding? Do you have a schedule for baby to eat, or is it just on demand? We are just breastfeeding. He's done really good with that. Again, in the video that I filmed that will go up later, I went into more detail about breastfeeding and our experience with that. It's basically just on demand right now, but it's almost turned into a schedule. It's about every 2 hours. But honestly, he's growing so much right now that if it's like an hour later and he wants to eat again, he will.
And he still
So
won't
it's-
latch onto me, so I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I'm doing something
He
wrong.
won't latch onto Logan, but he really tries.
Every
He, like,
time I
tries
get him
to
like
find the
this, he
boob.
like tries to. It's funny.
Suck attack.
Suck attack.
But we don't really have a schedule. It's usually about every 2 hours, but if he needs 2 more,
Yeah.
then
Just kind
sure.
of listen to your baby's needs.
Yeah. How has it been having a baby during the coronavirus pandemic? The hospital experience was a little different because that week that we were at the hospital was the first week that our hospital said no visitors. And you have to remember, we live in Idaho, and so we were one of the last states that had a confirmed case of the coronavirus. Like, we were one of the last ones to do anything about it. And so the hospital was a little different. We had no visitors, which actually kind of turned out nice because we just got some time to ourselves and our baby for the first few days. And then getting home, we did have visitors because, like I said, first confirmed case was like 3 or 4 days before he was even born, and there wasn't even a stay-at-home order at that point that he was born. So the first week, like, our family would bring us dinner and they would come meet him, just like a few people at a time. Now, I mean, we don't really see anyone besides like our parents every now and then.
Yeah.
So that makes it different, but we're just in the house and trying to stay outside. It is a little scary though, like having a kid during this time.
I would say all in all, and this, I hope this doesn't strike controversy, but all in all, for us personally, it was honestly kind of a blessing in disguise.
Just the timing kind of
'Cause
like worked out
It can
really
be
well.
very overwhelming if you have, because we, like I said earlier, we both have very big families, and to have
Yeah.
all that giant rush, like right after the baby's born or right when you get home, have that all the family.
Yeah.
It's been a little nice that it's quiet and we have more time together rather than divvying the time out to our families. So
Yeah. Who do you think he looks like? Mom?
definitely me.
Fix your hair.
I got quarantine hair. It's so funny because he's developing more and more every day. Right when he was born, I saw a lot of Butler traits, or my traits,
Yeah.
with the nose, the lips.
Yeah.
But it's funny, as he's getting older, I'm definitely seeing a lot of Morgan, especially her baby pictures. We'll put a baby picture of Morgan and his picture somewhere right here.
Yeah.
He's looking a lot like his mama, and I'm okay with that because she's an attractive lady.
I don't think so. I feel like he's a really good combination of both, but a lot of people did say he looked like a Butler right at the beginning, and I agree. Like, he had the nose and like the lips, but He has my little ears. I have little ears, and we're thinking he's going to have brown eyes, so probably more similar to mine. But even like just when he's awake, something else about his eyes kind of looks like me, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think he's a really good mix of both of us.
He's a handsome boy.
He is handsome. How many times have you been peed on being a boy mom? 10,000.
Is that the joke?
That was my
That's
joke.
a good joke, babe.
You get peed on a lot.
Yeah, you gotta be aware.
A
You gotta
funny
be
story,
focused.
the first night we were home, I was changing him on like my side of the bed. He started peeing everywhere, so my sheets were covered in baby pee. And then a little
Like
bit
an hour later, I'm
like an
changing
hour
him
later,
on my side, same
pees
deal
again.
happens.
So we slept in pee sheets that night, but you don't
It's
care.
kind of gross too, because your initial reaction is like it starts going, you feel
Hand.
the spread, it's just hand on the pee.
Hand covered in pee, you don't care.
And you can just feel it peeing on your hand.
Those little boys will get you quick.
He'll pee everywhere. Pees up on his face, pees over here.
Are you taking advice from others or saying middle finger to advice? I like that. You'll get a
Amount
lot
of advice
Yeah.
from everybody around you. I say just take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Definitely take it into consideration. Listen to what people have to say. But at the end of the day, you are the parents. You will make the decisions and know what is right for your kid. But do your research on everything. Take it with a grain of salt and I don't know.
You'll know too, like, I think you've said this before, but you kind of start developing motherly instincts or fatherly
Yeah.
instincts, and you truly do know what's best for your kid.
That kind of went into another question we had was, did you take any parenting classes or like how did you know how to be a parent?
We watched a ton of YouTube videos.
YouTube videos help, research helps, but honestly I think for the most part your instincts kick in the most.
Yeah.
You learn what your baby needs, you learn how to take care of them, and I mean, we never took classes because for us, we've been around kids and babies our entire lives. We felt like we knew what we were doing, but if you feel like totally lost and clueless and have no clue about babies, go take classes, but we didn't feel the need to.
Yeah.
So then that kind of leads into our last question, advice for new parents. And we might have kind of covered this a little bit, but what's like your main point of advice?
For me, my advice to all you new parents out there that might be scared or nervous is take it day by day. Take it day by day and don't get overly stressed, because if you're overly stressed, you're not going to think clearly. Take some advice from people if you have questions. Don't be afraid to use the internet. Don't be afraid to look things up, do your research, and the biggest thing I could honestly say is enjoy it. Enjoy your baby, enjoy your relationship, and enjoy your new family, because the days go by quick and you can only have one first. So
yeah, definitely enjoy every day. Moms, don't be afraid to talk about how you are feeling, because postpartum anxiety and depression is real. It's a thing. It's very common. Don't feel bad about it. Get as much sleep as you can. Eat good, eat often. And that would probably be my advice for all you moms out there.
yeah, and spend time with your loved one.
Yeah, keep your marriage or relationship, however you're doing it, keep it healthy and strong, because they're your biggest supporter and you guys are in this together. Single parents, like, you rock. Like, you're amazing if you're doing this on your own, but if you do have your spouse or someone else to help you, anyone helping you,
Family members, friends.
yeah, let them help you. And
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
yeah,
That
I think
about
that
does
covers it. Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
feel like we
watching,
got
you
a lot
guys. If there's any new parents out there that are watching this video, we are not proven scientists.
yeah, we are no experts,
Yeah, this
but
is just
that's
our
advice.
experience
Yeah.
thus far. So
Experience and advice of what we've learned the first month, little over a month of having a newborn. It's been amazing though. I feel so blessed to have him every day. He's so much fun.
Yeah, he's
I
awesome.
love being a mom.
And I also want to say thank you to all you guys that have kind of followed us along in this little journey. You guys are awesome.
watching.
The support, your comments, your likes, they always make us feel
Yeah.
good. So we appreciate
Thank
you guys as well.
Yeah. And thank you for all the questions for this video. We hope that we helped some of you guys and gave some good advice and let you know a little about parenting.
Have a good day. Stay safe. And thanks for
watching. Bye guys.
We'll see you on the next one.
Did you do the twirl?
I almost did the twirl. Twirl!
Special guest appearance by Beckham Butler. Hey baby. He's sleepy boy. cute. His name that we call him all the time now is Bug. Beckham Bug. So now it's just Bug. Tell the camera hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
he just talked.
He said hi. Did his head fall?
A little bit.
Hi. Okay, ready? Look at the camera, Bug.